glad.
Awesome. So do we just chat and wait a bit to see if people come? Or I've only ever done live if there was like an owl in front of me, so this is like a new.
Usually people kind of trickle in, but yeah, and basically what I tend to do is I have something to work on, and then when people come in and then they start chatting and asking questions and stuff like that.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, I've only ever, I think, really had like around 8 or 9 at once, and then yeah, it's just usually kind of in and out, in and out. Unless I imagine if you start streaming regularly, then if you have like
true.
Casey does Monday mornings, and
I'm gonna write that down. Actually, that's a really good idea to put that in a schedule.
Yeah, I haven't yet because with my health and mental health, everything is just too like bananas.
I know. Yeah, it's
like
hard.
And then I have no energy, and then yeah. So when I'm feeling more stable, I think I'll do that. Although tomorrow morning, I'll be streaming with Casey.
That's
so
awesome.
You're out and about. I know you're not. You're more of an afternoon, evening person.
Yeah, mornings are really rough for me.
It used to be like that for me until getting some medications for nightmares and sleep, and kind of since been working more on my mental health. I'm actually up at 8 in the morning on my own, and
that's
before
weird.
like
That's good.
I would be rolling out of bed at like 10, 11 in the morning, like trying to drag myself out. So that's been super.
Yeah, I really.
I've never
little too much.
Ever. I'm a morning person. What? How?
I'm normally an 8 to 10, 10 o'clock gal, but if it's like owl, up at 5, and it's brutality for my body and my mental health, but I love it so much. But now with the lockdown, I mean, in Ontario, it is severe lockdown to the point where they're going to be policing the borders.
Yeah, I
Quebec
saw.
borders.
saw.
I mean, this is prime time owl season. I don't know how I'm going to do it. The only way I can do it is to save up, get an Uber to drop me off, and then spend the whole day out in the forest, and then get an Uber to drive me back. So no one would recognize my car. But it's a long time.
Yeah.
With my health issues and stuff, I've never gone out for essentials or anything because I live right next to a grocery store. So before they did the lockdown, or just when they did the lockdown this time, I went into Walmart and I was like, oh my God, you can't buy socks. You can't buy a coffee pot. You can't buy door handles, like beds, blankets. And it was my first time. So I must have looked like really mentally unstable because I was like, holy crap. But like seriously, you can't even buy a greeting card. Yeah, I can't even buy tissue paper to like do orders. I'm like, that's nuts. But then you can go on Amazon and do it.
Yeah, I've as much as it irks me, I've been relying so much on Amazon the past year. Even the year or two before, just as ill as I was, like going out to a store is like so hard. But
yeah.
Once the pandemic's over, I want to kind of try to start limiting that because they're kind of rotten to people.
Yeah.
But when all this is like settled, you are not that far from me.
Adventures.
We have a kitten.
Aww.
And I have a camper trailer that has 2 beds. So like we can kidnap you and go camping or like stake out something, and I imagine it would be at least a little bit easier on you than tenting or.
Oh yeah, I could never do a 10. It would kill me. I've
Um,
seen a lot of people who have turned like even old school station wagons and minivans, they've completely remodeled it and turned it into like half of the back is a bed and then everything's stored under it and they show you how to. I'm like, that's awesome.
Hi, Adam. Do you know Brilliting, the artist? She does animals and watercolors.
I think so.
This
I'm
is
really bad with names.
no,
My
no, it's
memory
okay.
is.
But this is her son, Adam,
Oh,
and he's starting to do art and post it on TikTok.
awesome.
And what are you doing, kitten? My cat is on the desk, and she's trying. I have like here, I'll show you. I have like all these crates to like make shelves, and she's trying to climb into here. Yes, you.
Sassy kitties.
Oh, she is so sassy. Cat butt. Have
Well,
you
maybe I'll
heard?
just.
Sorry,
Pardon? No,
I was
you
gonna.
go ahead.
Have you heard of Meech Lake?
Yeah, that's in Gatineau. No, Algonquin or
No,
Gatineau. I get
no.
those two confused. Okay.
There's a ruin, a stone ruin there with a waterfall, and I have been dying to go photograph it in the fall.
Oh, yes. Well, you know what's even better? Well, we'll do that. We got to do that. But you and your partner have to come down because we have a really old, beat up pontoon boat.
Oh.
But we know a lake an hour from here that we go to, and that is where you can like Nat Geo shots you will get of loons with the little babies on the back. And there's eagle's nest, osprey nest, you, your partner, and us the whole day on the lake. It'll be.
What lake?
I'll tell you in private
Okay. Okay.
because
Is
it's a location
yeah,
later on the
sorry.
vlog. But yeah.
I'm yes. I
Oh,
understand.
hi, Aldiko. I want maybe I can just share the red bubble secret with you right now
Yeah,
since
and
because
like
it's
as
good.
people come in, we can keep repeating it. Then that's fine. But I'm
So
um I'm yeah. Ah, no.
there's basically an algorithm to every media out there, right?
Yes.
And I've been selling on Redbubble since 2007. So I know some of the tips and tricks. And if you can find like minded artists and photographers that want to jump on board, you can make it happen. What you do is you find like a group of 10 or 12 artists, photographers, and we're all not wealthy, so you make a deal with these 10 people. What art piece or photo do you want to go viral? Do you want to sell the most on Redbubble? So what you do is with these
Okay.
10 people, you make a deal. I'll buy a sticker from you if you buy a sticker from me, but it has to be this sticker.
Okay.
So like it sounds almost like it's too good to be true, but it's not. It works.
No,
So
I
like
believe
the
that. I believe that.
and I've tried it on other platforms and it only did worked like other print on demand sites, but it only works it only went in one round. But if you could do it, like it's pretty cheap too. I mean, once you buy 10 stickers, it's 50% off.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you do that a couple times a year, or even if you do it every month, it's only $20.
Yeah.
And
No, like
then you
if sorry, if we have a group of 10, like that 10, yeah, no, I'm down for that. Like, or if we get a group of 12,
yeah.
that way it's like 12 months, and then we all kind of, just keep doing it. So like once a month we spend like $25 on stickers, and
Yeah.
I think we could find 12 people to do this. Like there's me, there's Brilliting, uh, what's his name? A cartoon artist who follows me. Two or three other people I've seen on Redbubble. So like I'm halfway there just with the few contacts I have on Redbubble, and I'm sure like Casey could find a couple and
Oh yeah, yeah.
and
Because I. Mhm.
I'm starting a sticker collection.
Aw, that's so cute.
Well,
Oh wow.
you're the first one. So
Oh,
I'm
I'm
putting
glad I made the cut.
what up? Like, but now like I just ordered some of them are freebies sometimes when I buy art.
Yeah.
Where is he? Where's the magnificent one? Where'd he go? Rob
Hello.
Ross is in
I'm
here. But like same
hello,
thing
Grill
like
King
no
and
are awesome.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to and animal. I'm sorry, I suck. Yeah, so Liko, we're talking about selling our art and our photographs and stuff on print on
Redbubble.
demand sites, Redbubble. There's like so much more. FAA, which stands for Fine Art America. This gets overlooked by so many artists for the simple reason is that I don't know if I answered your question, Aldiko. I hope I did. Um, Fine Art America, believe it or not, before Redbubble, before Society 6, and like this is the truth. TV, set designers, movies, they would go to Fine Art America before any other print on demand site, and that was actually in their platform saying that to find art for the sets of the movies, for the sets of the sitcoms, like Big Bang, stuff like that. Not only that, um, chain stores and big box stores are always watching Fine Art America.
Okay.
Fine Art America is the only print on demand site you can not only display your work as so many different things, and it takes 2 seconds, um, but you can license your work. You can pick the type of license under everything, how much you want to charge for your design. I mean, I've even been contacted by a big chain through Fine Art America for one of my snowy owls, and I didn't like how they wanted me to mail them everything first so they can do test prints. And yeah, I'm like, yeah, no. So I failed miserably.
Don't
But it's a
ever
really
give your
good
work without a contract. Ever,
contract. Yeah.
ever. People try to take
um,
advantage so much.
yeah.
Uh,
And there is a it's a plus and a minus for some. A lot of people complain about it, but I don't. Fine Art America is a $30 membership. If you don't want the membership, you can only display 24 works,
oh,
like
okay.
24 of your images, which is fine. Well, I just put your 24 best ones up there, but I've got close to 2,000. Um, so I pay the
Is that too
$30
much?
a year. $30 a year.
Oh, oh, that's
It's
doable.
nothing. And Fine Art America was the first print on demand site to do face masks months before Redbubble and Society 6. Last year, I think they started it in March or April, and I sold 50 freaking face masks. I couldn't believe it. Um, it's a really good site, and then there's an algorithm with that site too. But there's about 5 different groups you can join in their communities. They're really active, and basically what you do is you put the art you want promoted. So you just put the link, and then there's 50 links under you. So you favorite like all those 50s, but then those 50 people have to favorite and like yours. So it's not really cheating, but it's other artists wanting to help. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah, that used to work on Etsy like way back in the day,
oh yeah.
or back when it had boards, people
Oh,
could
I don't
create
remember
boards.
that.
That's like
Oh,
way back 2013. So you could make like vision boards of art and stuff on Etsy, and sometimes Etsy would feature boards from people. So
Oh,
it was
wow.
like groups to like make boards of each other's stuff, and sometimes it
That
would be
sounds
like
really
trading.
cool.
So we would do trades so that it would count as a transaction, and then we could leave and we
Oh,
could do this one. So, but that's like going back like 7 or 8 years. Etsy has changed so much.
I know. I was so disappointed because um we'll go to the Etsy thing, but also the Fine Art America. If you promote your work or Fine Art America on your website, then say you have you really want to promote owls or plants. If you promote it, then Fine Art America for free will put you in the search bar for like a week or a month. So when people type plants, you're actually in there, and it doesn't cost anything. Like freaking
Wow.
cool.
So on your
But
website?
yeah, I don't know if it's sharing through other social media or on your website, but um, Europe selection. Oh yeah, they have a Europe selection on Fine Art America. Really?
I don't see the people commenting on your video.
Oh,
So you don't see the people commenting on mine.
oh,
Interesting.
really? Wow, that's interesting. We don't see each other's comments. Okay.
That's okay. I just find so this is
That's
my
okay.
first time doing dual. But what we can do
So,
after is download. We can download this and we can stick it up on Instagram TV.
okay,
All
okay,
this information that you're sharing won't be like,
okay. Um, the Etsy, I couldn't believe it because back in 2013-14, I sold like 50 bracelets for $10. They didn't even take $1. So I put some of my photographs up on Etsy, like saying you can print it at home. You basically own it, but you can't reproduce it or sell it. $32, and they only paid me $23. So they took $9.
it's like
What?
8% or something.
Oh no, they took like 30%.
If they started this thing, I think last fall, where they have off Etsy advertising. If you get a sale through that, it's like 30%. You can turn it off somewhere in the options.
Oh, what is it called again?
Oh,
Off ad sale?
yeah, or off ad sites. I can look this up, or I can ask my friend who's like
Okay.
she's oh my god, she's um a a silversmith from Pierrefonds, Montreal, and she's been on Etsy forever, and she has made like a Howl's Moving Castle ring, and it went viral on TikTok. She's not on TikTok, or she wasn't, but the ring went viral, and she's been making like she's nonstop Howl rings. She made over 10K, I think, last month.
What? On Etsy?
Yeah,
Holy cow.
it's been a bit crazy because of that, but she was making like decent income. Like she makes income from Etsy and doing shows, and that's her
Right,
business.
right, right.
And she's been
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
That's
Uh,
incredible.
she often does shows in Ottawa, and
Bit
after the Panini, I'll be doing shows with her. So we'll rent a double booth, and I'll have my art. She'll have her jewelry, and we help each other out. So that's what
awesome.
I do.
Ildiko asked a question. Uh, she, she asked if you draw. Yeah, she draws, she paints, she does photography, she does everything,
Not
which is
everything,
pretty cool.
but I also do digital art.
And
Oh, that's fine. It's too shiny. I do whatever piques my interest, and having ADHD, that changes a lot.
hello, Lobo Man 125. That's nice you wanted to say hello. Hope you're having a good Sunday. We're
Yeah,
just having a little girl chat about how to sell your art and promote your art. And if I could say one thing too, people are selling their work for way too low on Redbubble. Way too low.
What
I sell
percentage
my
do you suggest?
For the prints, I jack my prices up. So if someone wants an 8x10, they're paying $20, which is totally fair. Because if you look on Etsy, any single site, like any single artist that's selling an 8x10 is getting $20 or more, right? And I sell them. Like, don't shortchange yourself. And the stickers, I'll see if I have some stickers to show you the difference.
Where did
I think they fell behind my desk.
I got some. Well,
yeah, I had her, Ildiko. I had her on my show, Wildlife Wednesday, about a month ago or so. Oh yeah, I have to say though, I like Sticker Mule best.
These are Sticker Mule. They're nice. The printing is very different. Like these are the clear ones. I don't know what the non-clear ones.
Okay.
They have like a rough texture. I don't know if it'll focus.
Do they?
A little bit.
Beautiful.
A little bit of a rougher texture, and these are really smooth. And I have to say, like, this is a really detailed piece of art, and they nailed it. I don't know if it's gonna focus.
Oh yeah.
Well,
that one's from Redbubble?
No, this is Sticker Mule.
Yeah, Sticker Mule rocks.
Somebody suggested Sticker app, saying they're more competitive and that their quality is better. So I'm going to give them a try. And see.
Sticker Mule 1,000,000%. I went through 2 sticker places and then Redbubble, and when I did the comparison, I'm like, oh my god, I can't even show the comparison because then it will look like I'm dissing the other company. Ildiko said, if you pay 30 to 40 on reprints in stores, $20 for prints are cheap. Yeah, you got to think about it that way. Like, I'll use me for example. If I'm charging you $20 for an 8x10, it's beneficial to me and you. And then if you think about it, a lot of people question me on this too. Well, that's too much. Well, not really, because if I waited 4 years for that owl and spent 400 hours trying to find the owl, and the gear costs $5,000, $20 is fair.
Yeah,
I couldn't see the price.
$35, but that's my show price. Some of them are $20, but yeah, this one's like the metallic shiny paper.
Oh wow!
You can't see because of the plastic, but it makes the colors like
yeah,
it almost like it's 3D. It's so good.
I've ordered one print like that a while ago. Thank you for the roses, Andy.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. I've seen the metallic, printed on metallic compared to normal, and it's like it pops.
Like black and white on the metallic paper is.
Oh, really? I'll have to look into that. See what you do when you network and try to help each other out.
I can share my lab with you if you don't already know it.
Your lab?
The lab that I do business with for printing.
Oh, you
it's
did.
In Montreal.
You did. Montreal, yeah.
I did?
And it's so fair. Thank you so much.
But their really quality. So nice.
That's awesome. Oh, another one I wanted to tell you about, Society 6. Now, I want to show you. I have a prop.
Society 6.
They put all your artwork or your photographs on stuff. Like these curtains, owl, curtains. At my house is everything owl from Society 6. So like this pillowcase is from Society 6.
Oh, that looks
awesome. It's like this. So every week they have deals. Like every week it's some sort of deal. But I'll give you a story, and it's something you'll want to tell your customers for sure, because if it happens to the artist, it's going to happen to the customer. And it's happened to me 9 times out of 10. You'll order something from them, never order a blanket. If you want to order a blanket and you're in Canada, you get them to ship it to a friend in the United States, then have the friend in the United States ship it to you, because they will offer free shipping in the States. If that blanket comes to you, you're paying $50 in duties. But if your friend puts it in a new envelope and ships it regular post, you pay nothing. You order a t-shirt from Canada, from Society 6. Hi, Devers. It comes to your door, $25 in duties, which is more than the shirt. So what you do is you write Society 6 a little email, and you say, you know what? The duties are more than the shirt. You can refund my account, and I'm sending it back to you. And then they're like, oh, never mind. We'll refund your account for the shirt. You can just have it and pay the duty.
Wow.
So basically, you know what I mean? But if you don't complain about it, they just don't care. But if we have enough of us writing in that complaint saying, you know what? You just shipped me $100 blanket. I'm not paying $60 in tax. It's going back to you. So you lost the blanket, you lost the shipping cost, and you lost a customer. They're just going to give it to you.
Yeah.
So it happens every time with Canadian orders. Every time.
Is there a Canadian print on demand? No.
There is. I haven't tried it yet. It's called, I think it's in Montreal. Art of Wear. I'm not sure. I wrote it down somewhere. I have to look it up.
That's okay. I want to research international ones now because of my.
Yeah, you're so right. When I seen that TikTok, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Ildika, what do you mean? I'm sorry, I have really bad brain fog today. That you'd be more than happy to help with that. Oh, with the letters of complaint?
Complain away. So the thing that I realized just recently that Heather and I are talking about is print on demand sites like Society 6 or Redbubble give overseas artists, so artists from Africa or from Europe or Asia, an easy way to obtain the North American market. So you can put your art, and your viewers or your followers who are from North America can access your art much easier. There won't be duties, there won't be really high shipping, there won't be taxes.
Yeah.
And the US market is huge. I don't know, for me, I'm in Canada, so is Heather. Like most of my views or followers or like all the statistics, it's majority in the US.
Yeah, mine too. So yeah, it's really good idea for people in other countries. Like these print on demand sites are pretty good. Society 6 also, the only thing you have the option of marking up is your art. Like the printables, I think the canvas, the frame prints, and the prints. But even with that, I would mark up my extra larges to a $40 pay up for myself. And I've sold them. And they'd tell me, no way could your work. Like I have the emails from Society 6. No way you could sell an extra large print for that much money. So then I print screen them all my sales from Fine Art America, because they're like they charge a lot. And then they're like, oh, okay, I guess you're right. Because when I would automatically set my own percentages and hit save, I'd come back 3 hours later and they were at default. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I am not selling an 8x10 for $1 profit. There is no way.
No.
So make sure our Society 6 people to like really fine tune and make sure you hit that save button a couple times, and check it often, because I can't tell you how many times I've had to go back in there through like 10 pages of freaking work and individually open up every one, and oh my god. Yeah.
I isn't there, like, I thought like I saw a way to change it for all of them.
There might be now. Yeah.
But I'll keep that in mind. I used
And
to I had I had opened to Society 6 many years ago. I didn't like
oh,
it, so I never posted anything. It's just the one thing. Same as Fine Art America. I started it. I may probably got like 20 prints up there. They're still there. I've sold a few, but like I've not put any energy into it. Um, so I should probably revisit that.
I'll tell you this. You can upload to Display, Redbubble, Fine Art America, have them all uploaded, ready to go. You can print screen them, share them on Insta, Facebook, whatever. You can do all of that by the time it takes you to upload one thing on Society 6. And if you really, really want to beat your head against a brick wall, sign up for Zazzle. Oh my God. There's like
Yes.
500 things to put your 500 things to put your products on. Like you would be literally all day on Zazzle for one thing. I don't
Wow.
have that kind of time. Well, that's very nice of you, Aldiko, to offer to do that with the shipping. That would be such a help. If you can find a U.S. friend, because I couldn't believe it. Like when you get the free shipping deal, and then it gets says you have to pay $60. No.
Like, because I'm an hour from the border, and sometimes at the border it's like a service. You can have it shipped to the border, and you can just go pick it up.
Oh,
I have to look into it. You have to pay for it, but I have to look into it.
might be worth it. You like even it might be. I see a lot of people that have their Fine Art America up on their Etsy stores. How are you doing that? That's what I want to know, because if Etsy takes such a huge chunk, I'm really confused about the whole thing. Like if maybe they don't have it hooked up to that what did you call it? The off-site.
Yeah, I was going to go look. Brilliting says, thank you so much for all the insight. I've learned so much already, but I need to sleep. Yeah, she's in Denmark. Denmark? But have good sleeps, and I'm going to save this and put it on my Instagram live. Not Instagram, Instagram TV, and I'll share a link so you guys can catch it all later.
Yeah, thank you for joining in. And are you still there, Aldiko? Because if you are, I wanted to tell you and Nina, or you and Willow something.
No.
Okay, well, I'll just start talking anyways.
Yeah.
So I found out this new site. Okay, I found out a new app. Okay, and the way I look at everything is I kick myself. If I would have been on Insta, if I would have been on TikTok, if I would have been on Facebook from the day it started, where would I be now? Right? So I'm looking at other options, other apps, and there's another new one out called Clapper.
Clapper?
Now, yeah. And it's 18 plus. I've been on there 8 days and I have 2.4 thousand followers. People don't, I don't even do, like, I just upload and leave. No
Wow.
joke. What was I gonna say? The music choice is not that good yet. I think they just released in March. But the pros are there's a 2-step verification, and I don't know what the second one is, but if you go and you read in the liner notes, the first step is you need 3,000 followers. And I'm like, well, 2.5 happened or in like 8 days. Okay, then what do you need for the second, like to get the check? So that's something. People, if they like your work, you can go live from day one on Clapper. Well, there's one more thing. Oh yeah, people, can DM you tips. So if people like what you're doing, they can pay via whatever in your inbox. So
Wow.
how cool is that, right? I know. So I seen that and I'm like, it's another way we can all earn something. Like there's zero interaction, maybe one comment per video, but it's something.
Yeah.
And you never know, if we get a bunch of the good crew on there, we can, I don't know, you never know.
Yeah, like boost
Oh,
each other.
great, Scott. Yeah. Even if we all come from different backgrounds, if we stick together, help each other out. Agreed. Illegal. Money is money.
I'm not finding it on the app, so I'm gonna do it on the computer and see if I can find the how to turn off those ads on Etsy.
That would be heaven. Because it just really crushed me that someone could take that much money from someone.
No, when they kicked out the SEO of Etsy, Chad Dickerman, the person who like started it, they replaced him with another CEO, and since then it's been like they went public not long after, and then it just became about like making their shareholders money, and they've been nickel and diming the artist. It's disgusting.
It is. It's actually really disgusting. I'm used to getting lowballed for my art on online sites, but Etsy, man, 30%.
And they like sneak things in little by little by little by little by little, so it's like, well, it's just this little stretch, and then it's another one, so it customs acclimates everybody to just take it. So like what you really have to do is like keep on the ball. Like the best thing, if you're on Facebook, follow at least one or two Etsy seller groups, just so that you
Okay.
hear what's coming and what changes. Um, and then like to keep on the ball and adjust your prices accordingly. Like they changed their algorithm um, to favor people who offer free shipping,
Right.
but you have to factor that into your price. Like you just can't say like now I offer free shipping, so my prints used to be $30. Now I think they're 40. I have to check, but I increased it the price of the shipping label, the price of the shipping materials, like that all has to go in. That all has to be accounted
That's
for.
what I That's what I did though. I offered free shipping and I was going not really anywhere, and then I said, "You know what? Screw this." And then I lowered the price and put the shipping, and I sold 3 things in like 40 hours. So I'm like, "What?" It didn't make
Um,
sense to me.
no, the other part of the thing of the algorithm that I know is your conversion rate determines your ranking in the search.
What does that mean, conversion rate?
So when you look at your stats, you'll see like, how much money, how many sales, there'll be a conversion rate. So conversion rate is a percentage or something they calculate from how many people click on your
Oh,
listing versus how much it sells.
okay.
So the higher your conversion rate is, the more likely you're going to rank higher in a search when somebody searches something.
Okay.
Um, there's a really good entrepreneur on YouTube and Facebook called Tizzit, Tizzit, and she has a lot of resources for Etsy and for like being a maker seller.
Oh,
She has
wow.
she
Thank
has
you.
lots of free resources. She's super awesome. Um, and she also has like a course thing that you can pay, but I've learned so much just from her free resources.
It Oh, that's not the Skillshare.
No, no, no,
That's not the skill.
no, no.
Okay.
She's on
I'm
she's on
confused. Can you
YouTube and Facebook.
Okay. Awesome.
So Clapper. Get.
Scott asked if we heard about Buy Me a Coffee. Yes. But someone's only ever bought me a coffee once. And I noticed on yours, Willow, you have Buy Me a Coffee too, right?
No, I have a paid version of Linktree, and there's a leave a tip function in that.
Right.
Another, if you don't want to do that and you have Etsy, make like a little design tip jar, make a listing on Etsy and set different increments. So where did I see that?
Genius.
That's not my idea. I saw that idea, but that's genius. Like Etsy will take their 8%, but I'm not sure what the other sites take. But yeah, you can like do a listing and like do variations, you know, $1, $2,
Nice.
$5, up to 100, up to whatever. And that's a super easy way to do a tip jar.
That's a good idea. It's a very good idea.
So I installed it.
Oh, good.
So I'm gonna check it out.
I can't wait to click that off. Hello, little darling. Hi.
Kitty cat?
Yeah. Come here, Mimi.
No.
I love her so much. If I don't wake up on time, I'm sleeping on my side, and she legit incubates my shoulder. She's 13 pounds. So, you know, throughout the day, I'm like, oh my God, it feels like someone ripped my shoulder out of the socket. What's going on? And I thought, oh, it's probably because the cat slept on me all night. 13 pounds on resting on your shoulders a lot.
Hi, Bex. What platform is this? What platform are you talking about? The print on demand? Bex says, my sister has Etsy but is struggling. This is a common thing for artists on Etsy. It's so hard.
Yeah. Insanely difficult.
But we were talking about print on demand sites. Redbubble, Society6, Fine Art America, where you upload your art, you set your profit margins, and they handle everything. You just set it and forget it. What was that for?
I don't remember.
90s TV gadget. Was it a dehydrator? Set it and forget it. Wrong.
I'm not sure.
So yeah, Redbubble. Redbubble is my favorite so far, just for the ease of use, and it's more kind of each one has a different flavor of clientele. So like Society6 is more, I want to say frou-frou, more interior design, more Redbubble.
More interior design, and it seems more like for the young ones.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm in my 40s, so it seems like the young ones for me.
Ronco, yes, that's Ronco dehydrator. Set it and forget it.
I don't remember that. Hi, you want to say hi? Come here.
So Society6 is more groovy, more progressive, more funky, more witty. Fine Art America is a little bit more fine art.
Yeah, but there's a lot of illustrators. Like when you go on the front page, it's not photography.
Oh wow!
Same with Redbubble. Yeah. I remember back in the day on Redbubble, photographers would get featured on the homepage, but that stopped like 5-6 years ago. We could also, what was really awesome on Redbubble, I was the host of 10 groups. I don't know, they had hundreds. but every month they'd give you a $20 Redbubble voucher, the host, so you can run a challenge in your group every month and award the winner $20. So then they could buy their own art or someone else's art, which was really cool.
Oh, that's
But
super.
that
That's a little.
stopped. And then last year they got rid of all the groups, and I'm like, really? Such a good way to bring people together, because then you can make your own little feature banner and, you know, feature your favorite 12 of the group.
But I like your support round robin idea that you're talking about earlier, where like, you know, we band
Yeah.
together, buy each other stickers monthly. We'll
Yeah. And
I'll help crank the wheel on that and round up some people.
good. I really think it'll do good, because it's really hard otherwise. And I have no problem doing it every month with the same, you know, 12 people, because it's nothing.
Because right now I'm buying my own stuff periodically to show it off. If we're all buying each other's stickers or occasionally a shirt or what have you, then we can
Yeah.
review it or show it off, or and you know, it helps us
Good
have
idea.
additional content on social media. I think it's a really good idea, and I'm sure there's going to be a couple people who will want to participate on that kind of thing.
Yay, that was my main hope for today. Because it works. It really works.
Oh yeah, and yeah, like, you buy 10 stickers. It's like, yeah, we can, you know, that's what I learned this weekend. It can be 10 different stickers from different people.
Yeah.
And yeah, $20, and there you go.
Il Dico, you yourself, you could be making a mint on these sites, on Fine Art America for sure, on Redbubble. So like, so many people, I had a discussion with a couple people over this who only do cell phone photography, and they're like, print on demand sites don't accept cell phone photography. I'm like, yeah, they do. Tons of photographers are phenomenal with a cell phone. It can do stuff I could never do, right? So it doesn't matter what you're using as your tool.
This phone, I smashed it to smithereens. It's a Hawaii P30 Lite. The wide angle lens on this thing, it's like a 10 millimeter.
No.
Gorgeous wide angle shots. Shit telephoto, but like, I had it on my road trip. I've got so many stunning shots of that. Like, but the screen is smashed to smithereens. And this phone, my Motorola, I hate it. I hate it. Ugh. Hate it. Shit. But yeah, if it doesn't matter so much the camera. I mean, there's a few minimal things. It's learning how to use it to its best advantage. I've taken some shots,
100%.
On a little tiny camera like this, on an expensive DSLR. You can't tell which is which. Not really.
Very nice.
When you start enlarging them.
For fall colors, I definitely use the cell phone, because you just can't get. I only have the big lenses on my camera. I don't have any other lenses. So, I just had something else I wanted to say about. Okay, photos. Another good tip, which is the best $70 you ever spent in your whole life, is Topaz denoise. So that program is freaking phenomenal. I use it for everything now. I upload on Redbubble, Society 6, Fine Art America, because you can have the hugest file. And the reason it rocks is because, like, sometimes for me, you can only get really good owl shots at dusk. And you know perfectly well the grain, the noise, it's horrible. You put that baby through freaking denoise, and the before and after, you're like, how is that possible? And like, pictures you thought were unsalvageable, you can now use. Like, it's, I'll do a little video later of before and after, or put up a before and after photo. But yeah, Topaz denoise.
I'm intrigued.
I'd be lost without it.
What I use to enlarge, because I'm working on, usually was um, a Nikon D700, which is only 12 megapixels. So it was like an add-on with some other software, which is cool. It's a filter-based software, but it mimics old film.
No.
It's
How
called,
cool.
it's really cool. It's called Exposure. Um, Exposure X2. They have different versions. I forgot how much, but you could get a bundle with that and another little add-on. It's like extension for Photoshop, so it'll end up in your filters, so super easy to use. And it's called Blow Up. So it
Blow
turns
up.
your photograph into a vector, enlarges it, and then puts it back into the other file. Hi, Tomorrow Muse. If you don't know Tomorrow's Muse, she's a photographer, a disabled photographer in Colorado, and photographs
Oh.
wild horses. If you're not friends already, you really should be.
I can't see her in
No, she's
my.
pretty that. Are you friends with Heather, Tomorrow's Muse? I can't. I'm sorry, I don't remember your actual name right now. Ugh, I can't remember names. Yes, stunning, stunning, stunning photos of wild horses. Mwah.
Awesome.
But yeah,
Yeah, friend me and
lately,
I'll check you out.
yeah, Dawn. Yes, Dawn. Dawn. Um, so we're talking software. So denoise is mind blowing. Okay, I'm so gonna check that out. Because yeah, there's some images that they're just noisy. Like the D700 does decently well, especially for camera its age on noise. But you go beyond 1600 ISO. I mean, you're gonna have noise. You're gonna.
The um the Canon 70 is what I have, and once you go past 1250 ISO, forget it. So
So blow up. What it's been allowing me to do, I've been literally taking photographs of my art with my cell phone, editing it with Snapseed, which is a really
yeah. Love
Snapseed's a really
Snapseed.
good free app for
Frick yeah.
editing photos. Throwing it into Photoshop, doing a little fine adjustments, throwing it through blow up, and printing it on the largest things on like Redbubble.
Wow. What if you don't have Photoshop though? Can you?
Um,
Will it work in Corel
I'm
Paint Shop Pro?
not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know. You'd have to look it up and see. I didn't think of
Okay.
that because I have the Creative Cloud photographer subscription, which is it's 9.99 American, which comes to like 13 or 14 Canadian a month for Lightroom and Photoshop. Because
Oh.
it's not too
Hmm.
terrible. Like it's affordable. Um, if
Yeah.
Lightroom is a beautiful, beautiful, easy to use program. I love it. And my workflow is usually I'll run it through Lightroom and then I'll do the finishing touches in Photoshop, and that's how I get like my really, well, let's see if I can find really like vibrant. Sorry, they got
Right.
protection, but yeah, super vibrant colors is
Cool.
my style. You use Lightroom primarily, Dawn?
I've never
Like
used Lightroom.
it's really easy to pick up because it's like everything on your workflow is slider based on the side, and you just start at the top and you work your way down and you just fine tune sliders.
Oh, really?
I, yeah, it's really easy, and you can buy filters for it from like artists all over the place. Yeah,
Oh.
pretty powerful. And then I don't know, because I was self-taught on Photoshop, I find there's some things I can't quite get the way I like from Lightroom. So I find the combination of both is what my style is dependent on. But that's just how I taught myself to post process. What I really like about Lightroom versus Photoshop for photography processing is the control. You have the same amount of control in Photoshop, but it's way harder.
Sorry. Thank you, Aldiko. She says, ladies, I gotta go. But thank you for so much info. Much appreciated. Well, thank you for joining us, Aldiko. Have a good day. Sorry, go. Yeah.
Dawn says Topaz has a black and white section too.
Oh, they do? Topaz denoise?
Yeah.
I love you too, Aldiko. Really?
I don't know if you were here, Dawn, when I was talking about exposure software, which is filter-based kind of editor, but it mimics old film. So like I could literally put a filter for Agfa 100. I don't know if anybody's done film.
Say that again. You could put a filter for what?
Agfa 100, which is I used to shoot film and do my own developing.
Me too. In high school, I did
that. Ilford. Like Kodak T-Max. I don't know what film you used to shoot on, but like they're all in there. Like,
oh wow, that's cool.
So if you have like I don't know, I used to like to shoot on Fuji Reala for color, and I used to like using Agfa paper, but shoot on Ilford film.
Yeah, I miss those days. I think that was back in, oh gosh, I don't know if it was 89 or 92. And I freaking loved working in the darkroom. And I remember when digital cameras came out, I'm like, I'm never going to use a digital camera. That's cheating. And then it just got so expensive. I'm like, you idiot.
I have to see. I went to like a flea market a couple months ago, like an indoor flea market, and I got all the trays, the tongs, the canister for darkroom. Somebody years ago gave me a freaking giant enlarger. Like you could shoot the top of my desk. It's giant. So I'll hopefully be once I'm waiting for the previous owner of the house to get all the stuff out of the basement. I'll probably be tossing up a little dark room down there.
Very cool.
It's been forever.
Very cool.
The chemicals, it's like instant nostalgia. Like silver effects. I would never. Dawn says for the Topaz silver effects.
What effects?
Silver.
I miss silver.
Silver. Thank you, Dawn.
And thank you, Dawn. Is that in the Topaz denoise, or do you have to get a separate Topaz program? They have many different ones.
I love it. We got 3 photography nuts, and there's me, you, and Dawn, and we're all photographers. Awesome. I love it.
That's beautiful.
I live like 40 minutes from the zoo.
Oh, yeah?
My studio used to be in the same town as the zoo. I had a photography studio for a while. Where are the rest of the critters? Also, like going to the botanical gardens in Montreal.
Oh, nice.
Usually March, April, they have one of their greenhouses is just full of butterflies. And
I love it.
So they're everywhere. Ah, the shiny.
Nice.
And then yeah, like
Beautiful.
the zoo. So I really want to go to Park Omega in the Eco Museum in Montreal.
When's the last time you've been to Park Omega?
I've never been.
Okay, well, I'll give you the backstory. When I moved
Oh,
here, we went many times, and I was like, "Holy crap, this is amazing!" But I would always look at the Arctic wolves. They say don't get out of your car, but I mean, you have to get the shot. I all those times we went years, I never knew where the timber wolves were. I never knew where they were. They were in a special spot, and you had to walk up this hill and then down this path, and it was just like so much open space, and they would howl, and you could get like these close up shots. And I'm like, okay, cool. So it took me, I don't know, 5 years to figure that one out. And then went back, I don't know, 2 years ago, and they completely wiped that part out. And I'm like, what? And then we went a month ago, and they put the black wolves, the Arctic wolves, and the timber wolves all in the same spot on the left. And it's down a hill. The timber wolves were in another spot. You had to walk up 50 million stairs and
oh,
look down, and then they moved them a third time. Now they're all together, and you can't get out of your car, so you literally cannot even photograph a wolf anymore. I was so pissed. It was like almost $40 for one person, and we
oh.
drove in there, and because it's pandemic, I mean, it's gridlock. um Good luck. Like you there's no way you can drive. It's so overcrowded, and you can't photograph a wolf anymore. You just
Oh.
can't. I was so disappointed because the Society 6 stores, I have four of them, and the wolf one does the best. I don't even promote it.
I have something to add after that, but Dawn says Silver Effects is in their bundle. It's a separate one from Dinoise. And she says,
Okay, thank you for telling me.
"Yay, butterfly house and ooh, a chubby unicorn." The rhino, chubby unicorn. I'm an unstable unicorn.
That's so cute.
Um, I don't know if you have a passport. Do you have a passport? I think it's Vermont. Well, my partner will get that. In Vermont is the Wolf Conservation Center. Okay, I got it. Wolf Conservation Center. I've not looked into it, but I'm pretty sure most rescues are like there'll be like a photographer's package often, but it's not terribly far. I call back later. It's funny because I just mentioned her. It's the previous owner of my house.
Ah, it's
Maybe
okay.
it's to about getting the basement empty.
Ah,
Yeah, it's full of tools from her late partner, and
oh,
yeah, trying to sell like big like planers and a lathe and all kinds of crazy stuff. It's like a huge
holy
workshop
cow.
down there. So she has no idea. There's one in West Yellowstone too. Oh,
Well,
Yellowstone is on my bucket list so much. So
I
much.
went to before the pandemic. So in 2019, I went to Pennsylvania by myself and Chicago by myself. Um, and there was a wolf center. I forget which one. And I said, well, what are the photo ops like? And this is my gear. They're like, yeah, no, you got to shoot
No,
through glass. And I'm like, what? Shoot through glass? Are you kidding? It was either the one in Chicago or the one in Pennsylvania, but
but
definitely
it's not
call.
shooting through glass isn't necessarily a deal breaker. I've done it. Like I don't have a print, but my gorilla print is shot through glass.
Okay,
This is shot
I.
through 2 years of fence.
Oh wow.
Like you can see, like I don't know, like the blurred fencing a little bit up here, But if your telephoto and your focus, like, because the focus is so narrow, if you nail the focus on your subject, usually you can get away with it. I haven't been with your pro
Really?
camera. Oh, hi, Steven. I like tools. A camera's a
Is it
tool. Lenses are
is it
tools.
Stephen Filiatro?
Yes.
Yeah, get your ass home.
He's at home.
No, Kai, you gotta get your butt here. It's our last day to hang out together.
Oh,
Come
he's not
on up.
there. I could possibly sell some of them. I have a friend looking for a planer right now. Oh, my tools. Um, she wants somebody to buy everything. That's what she's
I'm getting
looking.
Procreate though before anything's bought. That's our deal.
This has changed my life, Heather. The iPad.
Yes.
It was a scary buy, but it's making
I
working on art so much more accessible because I'm not always well enough to work in the studio and I can curl up in bed and work.
my question is first, Steve, can you please come back? And my question to you is about Procreate. If you suck, like I suck, capital S, as an artist, like to draw, I suck. What is the possibility of me succeeding with Procreate? Because I want to learn how to do my own photos, but in a mystical paintings. Like, what do I need to do to be able to do that? Because
Okay,
can you if you
I was gonna answer Steven. Sure, I'll take some pictures. A lot of it's kind of like piled on top of each other, and there's all kinds of stuff. But I'll let you know, unless she maybe I don't know. But I'll get in touch with you about that. Um, RE Procreate. I'm not good at drawing either. Like you see me drawing patterns because I can do that, but to draw like an animal, no. Um,
really?
yeah, I can't.
I just
I don't.
assumed that every art you do, you're just like this. The true form of an artist. You just exude all everything it takes. So I just assumed.
No, I actually don't know how to draw. It's a skill that you learn. Um, a really interesting thing, you can take a picture of something, like you can do like a bad sketch and take a picture, throw it in Procreate, draw on top of it in another layer. Um, I sometimes do that with reference photos. I've done it with the mushroom. I just took a photo off the internet and drew it and then colored it different and did changes to it. Um, what else did I did that too with my manatee. Like I got a picture from an aquarium of a manatee and traced it and then yeeted it and did my own art because I can't draw. Although doing that a little bit, I'm finding more confidence to like have a reference picture, do a drawing in my sketchbook, take a picture, and then draw in Procreate. The other interesting thing, there's certain brushes in Procreate because especially drawing on a tablet or drawing in a weird, you have like hand wobble and your lines all wonky. Um, it'll smooth it out. Same thing like for a curve, if you hold it down, it'll make a perfect curve, a perfectly straight line. It is such an amazing app. It is.
I watched a couple YouTube tutorials on it a couple weeks ago, and I was like, get the F out, because when I do my mystical self portraits with like lots of layers, and even the owls, like the latest sticker, I'll show you. Just give me one sec, because I have to show you to be able to tell you. So to do something like this, that took me, I don't know, 12 hours, maybe 12 hours. It's not the same owl though. I'd have to cut out different pieces, and then to mirror it on the editing on my desktop, you'd have to do it by a few degrees, and you know what I mean, it's a lot of work. And then I watch Procreate, and oh, you can just draw on one side and it magically does it on the other. I'm like, what?
That is amazing. Same thing, like you can do it double, you can do it quadruple, or you can do it 8 radial. It's amazing.
Eight radial.
Yeah, so like when I'm doing my mandalas, I'm only doing 1/8 piece of a pie,
No.
and it's repeating it all
No.
the way around. So a
Oh,
mandala that would have taken me like days to work on
yeah, yeah,
takes me like an afternoon.
yeah. I need.
It's
Hello, Mini Belda. We're doing a live to talk about print on demand sites, what works for art, where to sell it, how to buy it, and I Willow, my friend, cannot see what's in my chat, whereas I cannot see what is in her chat. So this is Mini Belda. Nice to see you too. So while you sold me on Procreate, it's already sold, but the fact that you don't have to be this freaking, you know, person who can draw like really well, that's really good. Because I have like an old school projector, and then I'd freaking tape stuff to the wall and put my 4x6 under the projector and then trace it. And oh my God, after an hour, your arm feels like it's gonna fall off. And then after that, I'm like, I don't know what to do.
the one draw. What tablet are you thinking of getting, or do you have one already?
No, the Air or whatever's the most recent one. Like to
Okay.
get everything, it's 2Gs.
Okay. I kind of cheaped it out. I got the Air 3, which is like last year's model.
Okay.
I just got it. So I have Air 3. Now they're up to Air 4. So I managed to get this on Best Buy for like just under 800, another 100 for the Apple Pencil, and then another 100 for my keyboard.
Oh.
Um,
Oh.
just recently.
What is it called? I'm really computer ignorant. RAM or gigabytes that let you have, how many layers can you have open in Procreate?
That is the thing. On a 4,000 by 4,000 ish pixel workspace, I can have up to 12 layers. It maxes out at
Oh,
12 layers. Yeah. On like
but
the
you
iPad Pro or a more recent version, you'll be able to have more. So like the bigger your file size is, the less layers you can have. That's like the limitation of Procreate. The way around it is
um
working a lot. Say I maxed out my layers and I'm going to do like a drastic change. I just duplicate the file. So I have an old file and then I just keep going. I'll like merge layers and then I'll keep going. But I have something to go
yeah,
back.
that's
So
what I
that's
was
the
gonna say.
trade-off.
So you can save it as everything merged, and can you save it as not merged that you still want to work on it with all the
Yeah.
layers still open?
So in Procreate, you can just like have all your files in Procreate. So like when you open Procreate, you have your gallery and you have all your artwork, and they're just in Procreate. They're not saved anywhere. They're just saved in the program. So I can just duplicate my artwork and have 2 versions in Procreate. So they're just there in the program. From there, I can save as a JPEG or different files. So I can save a JPEG to my iPad, and then I can save a PSD with all the layers. And I usually like put up on my drive, and then I get it on my desktop to do some final,
Wow.
detailing, blowing it up and stuff like that.
Oh, something I wanted
So
to mention to you. You posted something. I don't know how to call it. It's when you were looking up. trends, and I don't know how to describe the art, but it was like orange and white and maybe a green, and it's like abstracty splotches with shapes. Remember that piece you did and you posted?
Oh,
Remember
the one
that
that I was
piece?
scared to post? The one that I was
Yeah,
worried
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
posting?
Yeah. Well, what was crazy is I was watching something on Netflix that I forget what it is because of my fiber fog, but they had that style of exact art, and I'm like, whoa, how did she know that? Like it wasn't exact, but it was exactly the same like style. I'm like, wow, she really knows her research. Like you do, like you know.
Well, I did a class on Skillshare on how to predict trends, like because I you can see a trend that's going on now and jump on the bandwagon, but if you can predict it before it really becomes big, then you have more of an edge. Thank you, Dawn. Have fun, fam time. It was fun to geek out on camera stuff with you. Um, so if you can forecast the trend before it hits hard, then you have an edge. You can already like have a collection ready to go, um, get it up on the sites, and you know.
What
So yeah, that was.
can
Go ahead.
that's that's awesome. I was really when I seen that, I'm like, it made me think of you. What can you describe what Skillshare is?
Skillshare is a membership-based learning platform for everything. I think it was like
Oh,
130 for the year. And then I have unlimited access to all of the classes. So there's a lot of classes on how to use Procreate, which might be very interesting. Um, and that's how I started. Like I started a class on basic Procreate. Somebody recommended me a class on making patterns because they
yeah, I
sell
remember
well.
you talking about because they will.
And then I fell in love with that particular teacher. She's really awesome. She's a traveling artist. She doesn't have an actual home. She just travels the world and makes art and earns her life that way.
Wow.
Mind blown. Her name, like you can always poke me after, but her name is Kat Coquillette or COQ, and she's super awesome. Her classes have been amazing. She's also a watercolor artist, so she has watercolor classes. But yeah, there's everything like from anything you can think of. There's a class there. So I
That's
did
really awesome.
I did her market forecasting class. It was super amazing. I did her Instagram marketing class. That was super amazing. I've learned just in her classes alone that I've done, and I've only done about half of them. I already feel like I got my $130 worth just with
Wow,
the
that's really
information
good
that
to
I've learned.
know.
So I highly, highly recommend. I think you can get a free trial for like 30 days. So you
Oh,
can like,
wow.
if you're budget limited and you have like, like some time where you can sit and crank a bunch of classes, you can always do that. But it, if you have time to do classes, like I like to do one or two a week, it's totally worth it. Totally.
Okay, that's so good to know.
Often too, there's like discounts. If not, like if you don't see a free trial or a discount, let me know. I know a YouTube channel that's always like got a promo code or something, so I can
Oh,
point you in
okay.
that direction.
Okay. Well, it's good that how do we save this at the end so we can, put it on IG?
After you end live, you can go into your like little menu, like on your profile, you have the dots that you can, it opens up all kinds of different things. And in there, there's like save live or live. I'll try to screenshot it.
Okay.
If not, if you can't find it, I'll always download it, but we won't have the same text. I don't know how, I've not done it yet, but there's a way to download
Yeah.
it. in the
Okay.
menu tab thing.
Good to
But yeah,
know.
it'll be super awesome to like each have it on like Instagram TV. Cool. I would love the links to the classes you take. I missed the name. Also, hi Cookie. We NYE rested to know the T. I didn't catch the last of your um so the platform is called Skillshare. I don't know if this is going to be backwards. And then the teacher is Cat. I don't know if that's absolutely buggering backwards. Would be interested.
You too.
Cat, like a kitty cat, and then
Like a
C
kitty
O.
cat.
She's also on Instagram, and she's very supportive of artists. So like if you do her class, often some of her classes, the Procreate ones, come with free brushes. So you'll have free brushes to download. And so,
Is
a few of those brushes I've downloaded have been my favorite go-to brushes. Um, and
oh.
then the other cool thing, like it's a class format. So often there'll be a class, there'll be a project to do, and then there's like
Oh.
a discussion area where people like say, "Oh, I had this thing or this question," and then there's a place for you to upload your project. And she usually always
Cool.
critiques or says something. If you share on social media and tag her, she will like. If you share in an Instagram story, she'll share your Instagram story if she catches it. She's super like spread the love 10K artist vibe. She's awesome.
Wow.
She's like
That's
literally
so
like
cool.
learned how to do all this and she's sharing it with other artists. It's the vibes I like.
Well, that's so good. I'm really glad we did this. My throat's getting super sore though.
Yeah, I think probably a good place to end it for today, but we can totally do this another time on
Yes, yeah.
whatever. And yeah,
Yeah.
I'll save it. If it doesn't it they hang on to it for 30 days, I think. So there's no like rush to find it. But this was super awesome. I learned so much.
Me too. That's
Oh,
crazy.
Casey just showed up. Hi, Casey.
Oh, hi, Casey. Well, we'll tell her our idea, Casey. I was telling Willow that I've I've done it on Fine Art America, but I want us to do this on Redbubble. If you buy 10 stickers on Redbubble, it's like 50% off, right? So if we can find 10 or 12 artists or photographers, whatever, and every month we buy one of everybody's sticker, that, but it has to be this your art that you want to go viral. And every month, if the same person buys it, that puts you up in the algorithm. And I swear to God it works because I've done it myself. But I haven't done it for a while. And now that I'm part 10K artist, we can all help each other that way. I can't see anything Casey writes, but do you like the idea? Do you want to do it?
Waving wildly. I'm not sure if I don't know how much lag there is between us and them. He hasn't said anything yet besides waving like a muppet. I like the sticker pack, but a variety. Yes, that's exactly it. We
That's,
would team up, 10 of us, and each artist would say, like, this is the sticker I want you to buy. And we all go buy that sticker from that person, and we all go buy that one sticker from the 10 of us. And we could change it once a month or what have you. But yeah, that would be like 10 sticker sales. Um, and yeah, and then it would be, because it's like 22 bucks, I think, for like 10 stickers. It's
yeah.
not not terrible. So you're getting like 10 stickers, but from 10 different artists. We all get a little bump and 9 amazing other stickers. Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is, I have a couple, more, you've been on Redbubble longer, but like me, you, Brilleting, um, I can't remember his name, Jolly Roger or Jolly Roger. is on Redbubble. I mean, because I'm buying my own stickers. You buy your own stick. We're all buying each other's own stuff. So this is like a win-win. I get, 9 cool stickers, and so we
It'll
can
be
just
awesome.
do it on a like approach, like I approach you, and keep it to people I think we could all trust
Yeah. Or
or
even
a
if
close.
we don't find 10 or 12, even if it's only 6, or we can buy 2 stickers each.
Yep,
But
it,
yeah.
it it's really reasonable. I just bought like 10 stickers from a bunch of y'all. I don't remember who anymore. That's where I got the thing, like, this is a great way for European people to reach the American market is through Redbubble, because I bought some stickers from somebody in Denmark. She was in the stream earlier.
Aw.
Yeah, 15 US, my love. We are Canucks and have to pay more. I think it's like 22 Canadian. It's really super reasonable. Super reasonable.
We're not mentioning that, Steve.
Ah,
We are definitely not mentioning that. We had a little
so
chat earlier.
a free sticker tray. Casey goes, I just went to my local comic shop and there's a free sticker tray. That's bloody amazing.
No way.
Privilege.
Are you coming home, Steve?
What would be cool to do is you make a sticker with some of your branding on it and you dump those in there. And then people will pick up free
Ah,
stickers with branding on it.
that's what I was thinking too. Like, but I don't know how to do text like in a I don't know how to describe it. Like if I had a bigger thing of white, if I wanted to write the owl queen going around, I don't know how to do that. That to me is like rocket science. How do you do
Oh, that
that?
would
You
be
probably
awesome.
couldn't Procreate.
That would be awesome. Casey goes, so maybe I could drop off some with people's names on the back. That's also cool.
Wow, that's really good.
With Sharpie account names on the back. That is like stellar, Casey. There's a way to do that in Photoshop. Like already set a text on a curve. I haven't played much with text in Procreate, but there's probably a way to do that.
There's this
That
artist I really wish she was on TikTok. She's on Society 6 and she's on Redbubble. Her name is Mongs, Mong. No, Milky Print. Milkyprint. Um, she is phenomenal. Um, all of her work is like a cute little toilet paper roll with a little face on it, and then the toilet paper has a face on it with little arms, and then it's some really clever pun, and then like with every single thing you can think of, the toothpaste and a toothbrush, and they have little smiles on their face, but it's always the pun that gets you right in the heart, and you're like, oh, that's so cute. So I really like the idea of writing the account on the back of the sticker and dropping it off, because I said to her, your work should go in children's hospitals. Like, that's such a mood lifter. You know what I mean? And she's from a far, far away country. And I wish she was on here so we could, you know what I mean? I'll ask her if she's interested, though, because she's on Redbubble. She might want to do it too.
yeah, that would
But
be
you guys
super.
will learn.
I wrote it down so I can go look her up.
She's freaking adorable. Freaking adorable. She's on Instagram too, and you're gonna like just devour all of her creations. She's so smart.
We were gonna end it right as you popped on, Casey, because we're both worn out. But we're gonna put this all up on our Instagram TV when we get it all downloaded, so you can look at it. There's so much information.
It
So,
went so much better than I thought.
because like Heather, you have so many things up in your shop. It's awe inspiring.
Well, you have so many things too that inspire me all the time. And, when we all stick together and help each other, like you're the first TikTok artist friend I made, and just seeing how not just talented, but vulnerable and how much you're willing to help out other artists. I was like, whoa, this is never happens in the photography field. So I want to be with these people over here.
Well, I'm really, really glad to have met you all. You're all fantastic peeps.
Yeah. Yep.
So take care. Have a good rest of your Sunday and
Thank
create